Okay, so before we begin, there is something that I actually like to address. Sorry. Whis versus Mitsuo death battle. For those who didn't see my update on it on Twitter or DeviantArt, I chose to skip that one because I didn't want spoilers to Persona 3. That's a game I plan on streaming later on, and I don't have the game yet, and frankly, I just needed to avoid that one. I may do a reaction video of it later, but I can't promise anything. But either way, Johnny Cage versus Captain Falcon. Can't say I saw that one coming, but it's also kind of surprising that it hasn't happened sooner. Now, when it comes to Mortal Kombat and F-Zero, I'm not the biggest fans of either of them, so I don't really know who's going to be winning or not. Even then, I'm usually wrong about these predictions anyway. But anyway, let's begin. Let's see.
Battle.
Alright, here goes.
Whether it be to save the world or to benefit themselves, every warrior has a different reason for fighting.
But when they're also a kick-ass celebrity, all that matters is they bring the hype.
Johnny Cage, the stuntman turned legendary hero of Mortal Kombat.
And Captain Falcon, the racer turned bounty hunter on the track of F-Zero. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Sprite stuff. I'm really not using the official Mortal Kombat ones.
Mortal Kombat is a deadly tournament dictated by the Elder Gods to decide the fate of entire worlds. Its contestants only include the best of the best. Whether you're a four-armed beast intent on conquest, a ninja assassin seeking vengeance,
Or a washed-up Hollywood movie star looking for your next big break.
Johnny Cage was a global phenomenon known for his over-the-top and dumb-as-hell action films.
That's a lot of
You're dumb
movies.
as hell. His movies are awesome. We got Ninja Mime, Citizen Cage, Broke Nose Mountain, and my personal favorite, Tommy Scissorfist. Oh, it's the only movie that ever really made me cry.
But as with most celebrities, Cage's fame eventually cracked. Audiences lost interest in his stunts, and critics claimed he was a fraud.
Which is bullshit. So to prove himself, Johnny naturally decided the best idea would be to join the deadliest martial arts tournament ever. What better way to stick it to him and show him you're the real deal than to save the Earth from an alien takeover?
I guess Cage didn't really know what he was getting into.
No.
Luckily, he's no ordinary stuntman.
Fans think my moves are all wirework and special effects. I am the special effects.
This guy's trained all across the world. He's mastered 4 different martial arts, including Bruce Lee's real-life Jeet Kune Do. He's got nunchucks, brass knuckles, and his wicked cool Bowie knife.
So when it came time to save the world, Cage could certainly hold his own against the greatest martial artists in the universe.
Good thing, too. The lightning god Raiden really needed some help, because the Outworld warlord Shao Kahn was just one tourney win away from taking over Earth. Okay, seriously, why does everyone always target Earth? I live here. It's not that great.
Against the forces of evil, Cage discovered he was more adept at this sort of thing than even he expected. He possesses a mystical power passed down through generations, originally stemming from a Mediterranean war cult which bred and trained combatants to fight among the gods.
Sure. That's not random at all.
This power
Yeah,
manifests
that
not
is
just
pretty
as
weird.
a shield against divine forces, but also as a mythical energy Cage can weaponize.
He can fire Shadow Bolt energy balls, punch you to pieces with a Shadow Uppercut, do a Guile impression with the Eclipse Kick, and knock the shit out of you with his patented Shadow Kick.
But even with these powers, Cage is still a mortal man. Whenever he found himself in trouble, he needed a go-to technique to get out of it.
Oh, and he came up with the absolute perfect move. It's the Nutcracker, the Berry Buster, the Infertilizer, the Beanbag Barrage, the Not That Kind of Blow Blow, and my personal favorite, the Help Doctor, I think they're in my ribcage special.
That's horrifically disturbing.
It's inspiring, that's what. He's strong enough to rip your whole body apart and send your Johnson flying off to another country. Fatality! Oh, God, what the hell?
This isn't my first rodeo.
Despite Cage's crude and downright juvenile behavior, he proved worthy enough to be a champion of Earthrealm.
The dude's
nice.
strong enough to chop through a human head, a chunk of titanium, and even diamond.
Applying the density of diamond, crushing some of this size would require nearly 50 million joules of energy.
That's like getting hit by 26 monster trucks at the same time.
Cage is quick enough to dodge point-blank automatic gunfire and tough enough to power through Sub-Zero's Ice Blast, which stops or even kills most people instantly.
He's breaking those jumps apart like they're made of glass. Johnny even beat the shins off Shinnok, who's a freaking god.
Thanks to his ancestral powers, which seem specifically tailored for this exact purpose, which is pretty remarkable.
Shinnok's full power is a bit tricky to lock down, but he's pretty similar to Raiden, who fired a blast that obliterated this huge temple along with his enemies. So it's definitely a desperate max power move.
As Buddhist temples typically avoided the use of stone in construction, we took the typical composition of wood and concrete into account while measuring the structure to determine this blast must equal nearly 270 tons of TNT. More than enough to level an entire city block.
Damn! Who cares if Johnny's a pain in the ass when he can compete with power like that?
Well, he wouldn't be a pain forever. Cage eventually found happiness with a family, including a daughter just as skilled as he is. He even earned new success in his film career with a series based on his adventures.
But he never got tired of defending Earthrealm from the forces of Ugly. God bless that beautiful man.
Those were $500 sunglasses, asshole.
Nice. All right. Cage is definitely a lot more powerful than I expected. Also, I'm just gonna turn this down just a little bit because I think that might have been a bit too loud. Also, it is a bit weird how he has those like green energy abilities, and they weren't really fully explained. I mean, I guess they had a brief explanation in this one, but still. Either way, let's see what Captain Falcon has to offer.
It's the year 2560, and the world's gone crazy. Aliens are everywhere. We're traveling through space, and best of all, there's a brand new sport in town. An intense mix of high-speed racing with anti-gravity techno-whatsis. This is F-Zero. So much better than NASCAR.
You seem pretty chipper.
Well, yeah, F-Zero's freaking awesome. Why don't we have this in real life yet?
Probably because it's extraordinarily dangerous. On the F-Zero Grand Prix, one wrong turn can end your life.
Yeah,
I'll stick to Mario Kart.
The ones that survive are the best of the best, including the champ himself, Captain Falcon.
To most of the world, Falcon is a legendary racer and
his name really is Douglas.
But that's about it. Otherwise, he's a mystery.
Like Batman.
Sort of. Off the track, Captain Falcon is actually an accomplished bounty hunter, dedicated to a mission of saving the universe from the vile forces of Black Shadow.
Is that like a heavy metal band or something?
No.
Well then dibs.
Black Shadow is a cold-blooded king of crime, determined to bend the universe to his will.
He's also got horrible taste and style. How often do you think that thing gets caught on door frames?
Truly the most evil of evils.
To take on Black Shadow, Falcon's a goddamn badass. He's super tough and super skilled in martial arts. Best of all, he's got a bunch of fiery super moves. The speedy Falcon kick, the unpredictable Raptor boost, and Falcon dive, where he humps people so hard they explode.
What?
Just calling it like I see it, Wiz.
Either way, as impressive as these techniques are, they pale in comparison to his greatest and most famous.
Falcon! Show me your moves.
He literally punches people so hard they explode in bird-shaped fire, which is awesome, but how?
Well, as evident from his other techniques, he's not moving so fast he's igniting the air or anything like that. Rather, Falcon seems to possess some limited form of pyrokinesis. And while the reason for this has never been specifically explained, the answer may lie within his sleek F-Zero machine, the Blue Falcon.
Oh yeah, this baby uses magnetic and G-diffuser tech to rocket over 1,500 kilometers per hour. That's more than 35 times faster than the Bugatti Chiron Sport, the fastest car in the world.
But when he wants to push the Blue Falcon even further, he taps into its hidden reactor might.
Now you might be asking, what's a reactor might? Oh, you know, nothing much. Just a magic piece of the Big Bang that birthed all of existence.
You'd think there are better uses for a fragment of creation than powering a race car.
No, I don't, Wiz. Have you seen what this thing can do? With the power of the reactor might, the Blue Falcon can go Beyblade with a move called Boost Fire. Check it out. The Blue Falcon becomes a deadly energy buzzsaw spinning so fast that it increases speed and can even fly.
A reactor mite is bonded with its owner and can even be called upon from a great distance away. Therefore, Falcon can summon his vehicle to his side at any moment.
Ah, that
Reactor
explains.
might bottle up a ton of raw power. Put a few together and you can rip holes through dimensions. This one by itself went haywire and blew up this space station in one blast.
Based on the space station's size and the ensuing blast radius, this explosion must have held a yield of over 6 megatons of TNT. Oftentimes, reactor mites also grant their owners a variety of
megatons.
superhuman powers, some even bordering on unexplainable magics. While it's technically unconfirmed, perhaps the reactor mite under the Blue Falcon's hood is the source of the captain's curious pyrotechnics.
Who cares? He can punch a giant fire falcon of burning death, and that's all that matters. Like when he finally beat Black Shadow once and for all. Did he just explode the galaxy? Hell yeah.
Well, don't get the wrong idea. This blast of light actually originates from the exploding dark matter reactor, which has the power to rewind the Big Bang using all 6 reactor mites. It's a long story.
Oh, that's way less epic. Still,
Yeah.
even beating up Black Shadow is super impressive. This guy could tank hits from a hulked out super alien, no problem.
Falcon's quick enough to take out multiple enemy robots in the blink of an eye, a feat which would require moving faster than sound. He can spot a sniper from several miles away and even survive an exploding rocket. His exact clone took multiple blows from specialized military personnel with no effect whatsoever.
And as a bonus, Falcon carries dynamite powerful enough to blow up this giant weather machine. That's like 100 sticks of dynamite in one. Where do I get me some of that? And whoa, wait a minute, that guy survived?
While Captain Falcon did accomplish his mission and rid the universe of Black Shadow's tyranny, it took more than one man to do it.
Oh, great. Here comes the power of teamwork bullshit.
No. I mean, Falcon is literally more than one man.
Go on.
The name Captain Falcon is actually a title passed through generations. To date, at least 3 people have claimed the moniker: Douglas J., Andy Summers, and Ryu Suzuku. Each new inheritor is chosen by the current Falcon, who seeks a worthy hero who can surpass him in skill and ability. So technically the latest to take the title, Ryu, should be capable of anything the others could do and more.
New life goal unlocked. Wiz, I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice.
While the man behind the mask may fall, Captain Falcon will always ride on, defending the galaxy one raceway at a time.
Damn, that was so good. Definitely a lot more powerful than I expected. And I imagine most of his techniques kind of came from Super Smash Bros. But anyway, bit of a guess here. I'm honestly not sure who would win this one. Johnny Cage seems to have the strength department because he can smash through diamonds. But Captain Falcon seems to have the speed and durability department because he can tank a lot of things. And he was fast enough to move... and he can move at the speed of sound, apparently. Not to mention he can call upon his vehicle to serve as a backup. If he's allowed to do it during this battle. I imagine he is. Because usually these battles are no rules. But either way, let's see what this has to offer. Let's see. Express VPN. I should probably get one of those. Anyway. Here we go. This is going to be good.
You recording? Yeah? Okay. We're at the F-Zero Grand Prix, snagging some clips for my latest flick. That guy there,
Oh, that's Cage.
that's who I'll be playing. Yeah, you're looking at the next Captain Falcon. It's gonna be a pretty sweet gig for him.
Did you say you're the next Falcon?
Yeah?
Only one who can surpass Falcon can become Falcon. Show me your moves!
You wanna go? Let's dance!
Final Destination? no, it's just the background. Oh, it's gonna suck.
You know what they say, all's fair in show business.
Nobody says that.
I kind of want to see Captain Falcon, like, just Falcon punch him in the nuts now. Toasty.
You sports types really take auditions seriously. So cool.
Oh, the knee. Just imagining that on his bare back. Cage might have this.
Am I good enough for you now?
Use fire! Only one can be worthy. KO!
Yes! Yes! Oh, that was awesome.
Okay, just chill for a minute. Johnny Cage certainly held his own against Falcon, with superior martial arts ability and matching Mach speeds.
But Captain Falcon wasn't a pushover and had plenty of experience with tricky opponents. Most of all, he had way more power on his side.
Let's compare some of Johnny's best feats to Falcon's, specifically crushing Diamond in the Falcon Punch.
Yeah, when he hit that tough son of a bitch, Black Shadow.
By measuring the area of effect and comparing that space to the heights of Captain Falcon and Black Shadow, we found that the electricity covered an area of about 300 cubic meters. Accounting for empty space, the amount of electricity needed to fill this area must equal at least 151 billion joules of energy.
That's the same as dropping 12 elephants on old Hornhead here, and over 3,000 times stronger than Johnny's Diamond Smash.
Captain Falcon was tougher too. He survived a blast from a rocket launcher, but even more notably, he fared better against Black Shadow than Zoda did.
You know, that hooked-out alien guy who survived the exploding weather machine when he wasn't all hokey?
So we can reasonably scale Falcon to Zoda, at least as far as those sorts of physical feats are concerned.
Look at that explosion! Based on its size, it's worth around 100 tons of TNT.
And while Cage's War Cult powers let him survive battling Shinnok, whose power rivals Raiden's 270 tons of TNT blast, recall that this ancestral defense seems specifically tailored to counter such divine forces. A bullet could still put Cage down. It has. And he's even died to lesser foes in alternate timelines.
And anyway, Raiden's final explosion attack is nothing compared to the raw power of the reactor might under the Blue Falcon's hood.
Numbers aside, this was a pretty even match, but Falcon's greater strength, toughness, and fiery arsenal tipped the scales.
In the end, Johnny just couldn't finish the race.
The winner is Captain Falcon.
Alright.
Hey,
Who's
thanks
next?
for watching this episode. If you want the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the link down below.
And check out that video right over next to Ben's face.
Aang. Edwards? Aang versus Edwards? Alright, that'll be interesting. Wasn't expecting that one either. Anyway, that was definitely much better than the Green Lantern versus Ben 10 episode. Not in terms of like who should win, but in terms of like animation quality and the theatrics. Like, I think this was a better performed episode, and it was generally more entertaining. I still kind of wish that Captain Falcon like did a Falcon punch to Johnny Cage's nuts, like just as a counteract sort of thing. I was really hoping for that because I thought that'd be the funniest thing. Like, that is what kills him, just a Falcon punch to the nuts and he's dead. But either way, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for Aang vs. Edwards. I have to say though, I'm not really a big fan of either of them. Well, I kind of prefer Full Metal Alchemist a little bit more, but either way, I'm not what you would call a devoted fan to either of them. But either way, thank you for watching, and I'll see you then for that. Take care.